Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of the Microgreen Thumbcast over the year of 2023. As we close out 2023, it's time to reflect on our achievements, embrace our challenges, and set sights on the even brighter 2024. Highlights and achievements. Let's talk about that. So our 2023 highlights for us personally here at Itty Bitty Micro Farm. We're going to go over. What were your achievements or highlights? Let us know in the comments, and we will talk about them. So yeah, let's get that going in the chat, and we'll bring them up if you guys got any you want to share, any challenges you want to share, any achievements you want to share that you've done, any goals that you hit. This year has been nothing remarkable for us. One of our proudest moments was moving into our new large warehouse space. That was a big achievement that we got earlier than what we expected. This expansion was a game changer, providing us the ability to accept pallet deliveries for seeds and soil, which reduces the costs, capacity to grow and meet our increasing demand for our microgreens, and the ability to speed up our process with automation. Another huge win was we're smashing our 23 sales goal. We more than doubled from 2022 sales well before the end of the year, which was a huge success for us as we try to double every year. On a personal note, I'm thrilled also to share that I'm officially 100% cancer-free. This journey has been amidst challenges, resiliency, and deeply grateful for the support and love from all of you and everybody. We appreciate that. Andy, what was your highlights for 2023?
Well, I'll preface this with the fact that I'm sick, unfortunately. So my voice is a little jacked up tonight. I apologize. I actually feel okay. It's just my throat hasn't totally gotten back to normal yet. But I would say for us, it was probably early in the beginning of the year, we boarded one of our first distributors, which was a huge boost in our sales. And literally, we went, I think, from 12 racks up to the 36 that we're at now this year. So we grew the business significantly in size, which is awesome. And then, we got our sights on the 4,000 square foot space that we're trying to get into now. We at least got the deal signed. We haven't even come close to moving in yet, unfortunately. And that's mainly just due to building permit issues that we've been running into with the county that we're trying to move into. But that was definitely a big plus for us for sure. And, just having a great team, and my guys are amazing. I can't talk highly enough about them. We brought on a couple new people this year, and they've stuck around. And most of my people have worked here for almost 2 to 3 years at this point, which is awesome. So they enjoy it here, which is nice, and I make them feel good every single day about them being here. They know they're appreciated. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's great having a good team behind you, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially
Not to mention Farm Flow. Yeah, not to mention launching Farm Flow.
Yeah, I was
Quite a few things going on this year. It's easy to forget.
Just a few.
Yeah.
They're always long, and you never you remember some things when they come later on. You're like, oh yeah, I did that. If you don't write things down and keep track of them. So yeah, Big Farm Flow has been a huge launch for you, I'm sure, and getting that going. It's been great for us. The little small tweaks Andy's been making as we've been talking about and everything else going forward is making Farm Flow even better and better and easier to use. So as a general public, so definitely welcome that changes coming along. And Farm Flow has been great for us so far. So loving it.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. Got a lot of good feedback from a lot of people. So it's pretty cool.
Got quite a few people on there now too. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Glad that's going well for you. We are doing some giveaways today, guys, as the end of the year celebration. So for every 10 likes we get, we're going to do a giveaway. So if you want to put in hashtag Thumbcast, that will be for our first giveaway. If we get to 10 likes and we do another one, we get to 20 likes, we'll do another one, 30, so on. Each one will have a different hashtag to put in, so you can re-enter again. So it's not going to be a one and done. If you win, you could win all of them if you luck of the wheel spin. So, but yeah, so each one will be a different one to put in there. So make sure you put the first one in there, hashtag Thumbcast, and make sure we're getting likes. Share this video out to people, and get it out to more people. The more likes, the more giveaways. So got some exciting stuff coming in for giveaways. So, all right. So let's talk about overcoming challenges, as we're going to always have challenges. 2023 was a time of overcoming challenges. If you're just joining us live, let us know in the comments of any challenges you faced, and we can talk about it. Every success story has a set of challenges. Ours was no different from anybody else's. from adapting to our new warehouse space to scaling up our operations to meet sales goals. Each step was a learning experience that has made us stronger and more efficient. Andy, I know you've had some challenges throughout the year. Anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I mean, definitely scaling up very quickly. I mean, the first distributor we boarded, it was 12 racks worth of stuff we added overnight. It was a big expense up front, buying all the supplies that we needed to get that up and running. And it was a pretty serious, change. I mean, it's a lot of trays that you're planting to move into that level of growth. So, very quickly overnight, we almost doubled, if not, more than doubled what we were doing in one client, which was crazy.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a challenge. And I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for the team I have and my software, no way. There's no way we'd be able to do it. So, thank God for FarmFlow. Before that, obviously, it was just what we used. We didn't have a name for it. But,
Yeah.
now that that's out there, that was definitely another big challenge is making it a user-based system, making it more scalable to global customers and global users, because obviously, we're in the United States, we use inches, we use miles and all that kind of stuff. We measure everything, different than the whole rest of the world for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
But it's just those kinds of challenges were definitely interesting. Making sure the users were taken care of, making sure I was getting back to everybody, that's reaching out with support issues and things like that. So, but it's definitely been fun for sure. But getting into the new space has definitely probably been the biggest challenge so far, just because we didn't anticipate it being such a drawn out process with the building permit in the new space. So that's been a giant pain in the butt.
You got to love when government gets involved.
Yeah, I know. They don't help at all. They definitely slow things down quite a bit, but
Yeah.
we're moving forward. I mean, it's just one of those things. You just got to grin and bear it and suffer through it. It's pretty much it.
Sure.
So, yep.
We're all going to have challenges. That's part of being in any business or anything you do in life. There's always going to be challenges that are going to come up. It's how you react to them and how you deal with them is the biggest challenge. If you get through them, your business is set up for good. Just keep working through them. And as you grow, you're going to have more and more challenges. When Andy goes in that space and he adds 36 more racks and he has 72 racks, that's going to be a different challenge. The environment's going to change in there, how you're growing and stuff. That's going to be a challenge, because more plants, more water, more humidity, a lot of challenges. How are you going to water all that, So, many challenges will arise.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Overcoming adversity is what's going to separate you from the rest of the business owners. Honestly, I mean, that's what you got to be able to do. If you can overcome adversity, you're going to be golden. No matter what comes in front of you, you're going to be able to conquer it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Anything in the chat there, Jess? Just relevant to challenges? Yeah. Got a black screen on the bottom here. All right, Mario, 3 months into it, I just added lights to the third rack, 2 more coming. Nice. Still need funds for the lights on those. Yeah, it's awesome. 3 months in, adding a third rack, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's probably about where we were at on a third rack. I think we added two racks at the same time, so we went to 4 racks, but we were only using 3 of them for growing. So yeah, that's good growth. Good job, Mario.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what you get for helping me with all that stuff in FarmFlow. It's karma coming back to you.
And we can go ahead and say Happy New Year to Mario, since it's already 2024 for him. So
I don't think it is yet. I think it is at 6.
It's close.
I think he said something about there was a comment in there about it being close.
It's gonna be close, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's 6 hours different.
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
I knew. Well, yeah, I think that's right. Finding good, reliable help. That's always going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Andy probably can talk more about that.
Yeah, and that's why I posted in my group the other day, earlier this week or last week. I said, be picky about who you bring in. Don't be afraid to interview numerous people if you have to, because ultimately you need to find somebody that's going to work with your team and work with your culture that you have internally. I mean, I've had a bunch of different people come and go over the last couple of years, but I've got a good solid core. And the people that did come and go, they either weren't getting enough hours, which I totally get, because we didn't really need that much, extra people, or all they were doing is dishwashing and they didn't want to do that anymore, which I totally get too. For the most part, we try and bring in people that are going to work with our team, not just somebody who can come in and do the job. Anybody can do the job when it boils down to, as long as you're good at training you're going to be fine. But ultimately, you need them to get along with your team and your team to get along with them, because ultimately they need to know they can rely on that person you brought in to do the job correctly.
Yep.
And that's really what it boils down to. And they want to be able to, like a lot of the guys that work here, they've become friends outside of here, which is awesome. They become friends as a result of working here, but now they're like actually doing things outside of the office, which is neat. So that way, they're developing that friendship even further. It's going to make them want to work together even more. So it just helps build that bond of a team that we have. So yeah, I mean, definitely be picky. At first, if you're really desperate for somebody, bring in whoever you can, but ultimately you're going to want to really take your time, and make sure, because like in Maryland, for example, we don't have to have a reason to get rid of somebody. In other states, you have to. Like you have to have a documented string of things saying this is why I fired you. Where in Maryland, it's I can't remember I think it's like an at will is what it's called or something.
Or
like
at will
but,
as well.
Yeah. Yep.
You may still have to pay unemployment on them. But you can get rid of them without any consequences. So, I mean, if you don't want to pay unemployment, there's ways of doing it without having to do that still. But that's a whole separate, long conversation we could have about that.
Yeah.
But my biggest suggestion when you're hiring somebody, hire slow, fire fast. If they're not working out, get rid of them. But take your time in finding that right person. Because if you bring somebody in that's a bad apple, if you got another person working there and you bring somebody else in, they can ruin the whole team. And then that good person leaves, and now you got the bad one. And then you're going to get another bad one. And so it's just a cyclical cycle that it's hard to break if you get into that. So that's my recommendation on hiring.
Yeah, they can get real ugly really quick. Because if somebody comes in and they've been working here for 6 months, let's say, they should be far enough along where they should be at the same speed or close to the same speed as everybody else. And if they're doing 1/3 of the work 6 months in, and you're that full-time guy, who's been here for a year and a half, and you're busting your butt every single day, and you see this other person who's getting paid close to what you're getting paid for the most part, you're not going to be too happy about that. So it just brings morale down, so it's really just a matter of like finding the right people, making sure you train them well. And like Mike said, I mean, if they're not the right fit, then don't waste your time with them. Get rid of them as quick as you can and make it simple. Keep your team strong, keep everybody moving in the right direction to be in golden shape.
Yep. For sure. And guys, remember, if you haven't yet, make sure you like this video. As soon as we get 10 likes and just lets me know, we will do a giveaway. So hashtag Thumbcast if you haven't put that in yet for the first giveaway. Jennifer, first year taxes as an LLC. Hope it outlogged everything properly. Make sure you have a good accountant.
100%.
Good tax accountant. Highest recommendation. We have a very good one. We've had a relationship from previous businesses and stuff. We've had them for now probably 7, 8 years. They do a great job. They make sure we pay the least amount of taxes legally allowed, which is usually zero.
Good job.
And then if there is an audit, they take care of that. They're the whole tax accountant. They take care of that and everything else. So we don't even have to mess with that. So, which you shouldn't have it if they're doing their taxes right. So we never have in 8 years. We've never had an issue. And we don't pay much in tax, income tax. So have a good tax accountant goes a long, long way.
Well, Jennifer, if you're using QuickBooks, that's a great option too. I mean, it allows you to categorize all your expenses. So, and it'll basically eventually get to the point where it's doing all that automatically because it kind of learns from each thing. And plus, you can have your accountant actually log into your QuickBooks account. It'll tie right in. It works out really, really well. So if you're not using QuickBooks online already, I'd suggest that for sure.
Awesome. She's using Waves. Yeah, Wave. So, and she, I believe, has an accountant that has asked her to use that and set her up on that. So if that's what they want you to use and that's who you're using, use what program they want you to use because that's going to be huge. Not quite. Yeah. 5 o'clock will be New Year's for him. So we'll have to have a celebration or something at 5 o'clock. Celebrate the New Year for Mario. All right. Looks like we're up to 7 likes is what I got now. Just put 6 in there, but I think it's 7. So 3 more likes and we'll do a giveaway. So keep hitting that like button and share this video out. All right.
It's all going to be up to you guys.
Got some good ones that we get a lot of likes. So definitely go there. Get that done. All right. Let's talk about community engagement and gratitude. We've really worked hard at building a strong community of microgreen growers and consumers this year. And it's really shown not just through this podcast, our YouTube channel, but through Facebook groups like Andy's. If you guys don't know, it's Microgreen Entrepreneurs Planning and Growing and Expanding. That's a great name for it because that's what we're doing, and that's what we want you to do. And programs like Farm Flow, sharing to the community, has been, none of this would have been possible without your incredible community, you guys, or your support, your feedback, your enthusiasm for what we do to fuel and passion the community to provide the best microgreens for everybody and help you guys provide the best microgreens for everybody in your community. We connected with all of you at some point. Tell us what your favorite way was to connect. What's your favorite way to connect with us? What's your favorite way to connect with your customers? What are you doing to do that? Because connection with your customers on a more personal level, them getting to know you, is going to set your business apart from anybody else. And then you're not going to ever want to go anywhere. Our chefs will not even look at another microgreen grower because we have a great personal relationship with them and we take care of them. Like they ran out this weekend. They said, hey, on Friday night, can you get us more microgreens? The big weekend for them, New Year's Eve celebrations and everything else. Like, yeah, sure. I think it was almost double the order. It was basically the order we sent to them on Tuesday. They got again on Saturday so they could get through Saturday and Sunday for the celebrations that they're having. Yeah, sure. We'll take it over there. It's not far from here. And that helps build a relationship. They know you're going to take care of them. So how do you connect with people? Andy, how do you do that?
Yeah, so we we're in the same boat a lot of times. I mean, most of our chefs, I can't even tell you, we've talked about this so many times on here too.
Yeah.
They'll come to me and they're like, oh, you're not gonna believe this. I had another microgreen guy approach me and they just kind of got laughed out the door, and it's unfortunate because they're trying, but ultimately, we've established such a great relationship. They'd have no reason to leave us, and that's the beauty of it. And that's just part of that is just you going out of your way customer service wise. Like Mike said, they called up and they said, oh my gosh, I ran out. Okay, no problem. I got you taken care of. And you run stuff over to them right away, or as soon as you can anyway. We have a lot of chefs. We definitely have some chefs that are kind of like one time, every once in a while, they'll come out of the blue and say, hey, I need whatever. And, I'll tell them, hey, it's a whole lot easier if I grow it for you ahead of time, but ultimately I'm just going to give you what I have. And they're fine with that. And ultimately they'll take what I've got and I'll send them a whole list, just say, hey, here's what I've got in stock. What can we bring to you? No problem. And then they'll be like, oh, well, where can I come pick it up? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. We'll come bring it right to you. It's free delivery. We do free delivery for all of our restaurant customers.
Yep.
And that way it's a no-brainer. Like Josh said on here not too long ago when he was on as a guest, don't give them any reasons to say no. What it boils down to. And that's one of those things. If you say, oh, it's going to, you have to come pick it up or it's going to charge you, I'm going to make you pay to come get it or pay for me to bring it to you. It's just one more reason for them to say no, so the idea is that they're buying enough to where it's easily going to make up your delivery costs, which is just your gas ultimately. So it's not terrible, but yeah, that's the main thing. It's just, and plus like whenever we have an opportunity to showcase them, on social media, if they're sharing pictures of their food with our stuff on it, we always make sure we share it. If they're putting out like their New Year's menus, we share that. Any specials they've got, we share that. Right on our personal page and on our microgreens business page as well. So, it's the idea is just you're showing them that you care. And then, some of the restaurants we actually attend on a regular basis, buy food from. At this point, we're probably just, trading microgreens for food ultimately. Yeah. But, we don't do that with many of them, but we do that with some of them. So, it just makes a big difference. They see that you care, they see that you're going to be there and you're going to get them what they need when they need it. And that's really the important piece of it. It's customer service, man, all day long, especially with chefs.
Yeah, 100%. That personal relationship you build with them can go a long way. Never charge them for delivery. Nope.
Yeah.
That's all made within the route and everything else. We actually don't charge delivery for anybody. We have grocery stores, obviously, you're not going to charge them for it. At restaurants, you're not going to charge for it. And then any home deliveries are within that area. So you just don't charge them because you're basically, every home delivery we have, we're basically driving by the place anyway, because it's within the grocery stores and the restaurants. So why charge them? You drop them off and give them good quality products and everything else. And then if you get enough, just a few home delivery customers, they're basically paying for your gas then that you're going to other places. So it's just all baked into that and everything else. So definitely taking care of people is the way to do this. So any thing to bring up, Jess?
Yeah.
All right. Isaac, welcome. Thank you for being here. Since I'm new to this, testing new varieties, I give my current customers samples of varieties that I'm testing out with their orders. They love it. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yes. What else you can do with it? You're going to get them yourself. You can only eat so much. Give them out.
Yeah. Yep. That's the best way to get started.
That before, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we when we first started, we were doing it in front of our house, and it was during COVID, so we couldn't
Yeah.
set up anywhere.
Yeah.
And we gave away tons of samples every week. I mean, because we advertised it on Facebook, that we were going to be out and at our farmers market, but it was just us and some live trays. We did all live harvesting, which made it really easy to give out samples. You would just live harvest a sample, drop it right in their hands, they're good to go. But ultimately, if you can get them in their mouth, that's 90% of your battle. Is getting them to actually try them. Once they try them, they're going to realize how good they taste, and they're going to almost all the time they're going to purchase. So that's the hard part. That's why samples are key, 100%.
Yeah, we got a big sampling event. The grocery store is one of the big groups that we deal with. They're doing a whole food fair, health food kind of thing on January 6th, which is good timing because everybody starts eating healthy after the first of the year. So we're going out there and sampling. Unfortunately, there was multiple ones in locations wanting us to be there. We could only pick one. So it was the first one who asked. That's the one we're going to. But yeah, that should be great for us. And then that's the biggest, and we're going to the one that sells the most too. So they can even sell more, hopefully.
Nice.
So wish we could go to more in that day, but there's only 2 of us and only one of us drive. So it's difficult to get to multiple places. So, but yeah, Jennifer, I really enjoy these live calls. Awesome. I have 2 other groups that I join weekly. It can be done from anywhere, which is why it's good for my schedule. Yes. Watch us anywhere, from anywhere, from all over the world. So it's awesome.
Well, it's nice having the recording available too on YouTube. I mean, obviously it's ideal that you're here. You get to ask questions. We get to answer those questions. But if you can't make it, then at least you can watch the recording.
Exactly. And growing microgreens. Welcome, Josh. Connecting to growers for me is simple as it just showing the process. Enjoy watching others succeed. That's one of my biggest things. I love watching other microgreen growers succeed in their businesses. That's why we do this. I know that's why I want to do this. I'm pretty sure that's why Andy wanted to do this. We've talked about this in the past. We want to see everybody succeed because it only brings up the whole industry. If everybody's doing everything right, it makes us all look good. People start doing things wrong, it makes us all look bad. So
one bad apple, like we talked about earlier. That's all it takes.
All it takes. Detroit Mike. Hey, Detroit Mike, just to let you know, Mark beat you in comments today. He was the first one here. So congratulations, Mark. You beat Detroit Mike. He's usually first on commenting on the podcast before we even go live. So how did you guys meet and decide to get together for the podcast? Andy, you want to tell this story?
So, obviously I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. Mike is as well. And Robert, who we had on originally,
not as many.
All 3 of us were constantly in there, going through and actually helping people out in all the different groups. So I just initiated a chat and I sent a message to both of them. And I said, hey, why aren't we doing something together? I mean, it's just stupid. We're all out here doing all this on our own. Why don't we come up with something to do together? And, Mike, who obviously already has a really good YouTube channel, was like, well, I've been looking to do more content for that kind of stuff. So maybe this will force me down that road and I'll start, being more active in it. I said, okay, cool. So that's kind of how it came together. So we started from just a basic Facebook chat. And then, all 3 of us started. Obviously, Robert's dropped off since then just because he's got kids that are involved in a million sports, which we totally understand. Nothing against him at all. He's still an awesome guy, still knows very well what he's doing. So don't hesitate to reach out to him. But yeah, that's kind of how it began. So become friends since then, which is awesome.
Yeah, it just seemed like the perfect timing because we were really looking to get back into doing something and was trying to we were thinking about doing a weekly live show again. We did it in the past. And then it just came around to perfect timing. Andy came up with the perfect question. I remember being in the garage at the time when we were harvesting in the garage and seeing the message from Andy. And I'm like, this is weird, Jess. We were just talking about going back and doing YouTube live stuff. And here's Andy coming up with this. Let's go down this road. This sounds interesting. So that's how it all started. And here we are, episode 27 in. So, I mean, it's a crazy how long it's been now.
And we've never met in person. I want to make sure that you guys understand that. We've never once met in person. Not yet.
Not yet.
Hopefully we're one of these days, but, it's just been fun getting to know everybody. And obviously, having experts as friends of yours is a huge plus as well. And that's why I tell people all the time, don't hesitate to friend request me, DM me, whatever. It's not a big deal. I get back to everybody. I may not be that day, but I'm going to do it. I always get back to everybody. It's just a matter how long it takes. It depends on what I'm in the middle of.
Yeah, I try, and then sometimes that messages go to you don't see it unless you go open Messenger.
Yeah,
and you're like, that's 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, I didn't mean not to do that. So, we've definitely appreciate that. And Detroit Mike has gifted 1 membership. So
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks,
awesome.
man.
Thanks, Detroit Mike. Wonder who's going to get that. So it looks like John
Looks like
Adams.
John Adam grabbed it real quick.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, as long as you, if you got your membership things turned on, that you accept memberships and you're active in chat, you're doing stuff, you're in here, you're liking the video, that YouTube just picks somebody randomly off of that. So
Okay.
next episode, we will every month, first episode of the month, we will be giving away 5 memberships that are free to the YouTube. So every month we'll be giving away 5 free memberships. So make sure you're here on the first one of every month, so you'll get the memberships. And welcome, John.
Yeah, Detroit Mike, that is very nice of you, man. Very cool.
Generous.
I think he's trying to win back points by, missing his time.
Yeah, you'll have to come back harder next week. See who's first.
Right.
We usually get this stuff out on Friday. You can come anytime after that.
Usually. No guarantees, guys.
No guarantees. I said usually.
That's a me thing.
All right. So that has been our 2023 look at, looking back at what 2023 was like for us and discussing stuff with you guys. So let's look ahead to 2024. This is where we're at now. This is the last day of the year. So looking ahead for us, our goals for the upcoming year, what are they? We're setting our goals and sights even higher this year. Our goal is to double our revenue once again. First year, we were around 50,000. We went to just over 100,000. This year, we want to be 200,000 in revenue. By adding 24 more grocery stores, this will do it in our network. And that's a manageable pace of only adding 2 a month. So adding 2 grocery stores a month should not be a problem. Should be pretty easy to get. The expansion will not only help us reach more microgreen growers, enthusiasts, but also strengthen our position as a leader in sustainable health food options. We also added edible flowers, lettuce, product offerings. These product offerings will also target other people, but also more restaurants, more catering to customers, and stuff like that to help us do our business. So, Andy, what is your goals, and what are you looking for 2024?
Yeah, at this point, I'm just hoping we can move into our new space by the end of 2024. No, I mean, obviously, we're hoping by the end of the first quarter to be in the new space if all goes well. I mean, honestly, I wanted to be moved in like 2 months ago, but unfortunately, the county is not exactly moving at the pace I would like. So, coming the first business day of January, I'm going to be calling them every single day to find out what's going on. But obviously, like for us, our big push is going to be farm flow in 2024, making a lot of different adjustments to it. We want to build in like some workflow improvements, make it a little bit faster in certain areas. We're going to upgrade the server that it's on, things like that, just to help the whole process be better. I mean, for me, it was weird being sick yesterday because that was the first day I haven't worked on the software in probably the last 3 months. So it was very odd to not be doing any work on it, but I was dead yesterday.
Sorry about having to do that work on farm flow, Andy.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's worth it. It's worth it. No, I mean, but it's so many, there's been so many good suggestions in the feature requests and things like that. So I'm taking a lot of that stuff directly to heart. And just getting the tasks, to be updated to where now you can set like bi-weekly things and monthly and, quarterly and biannually, annually, things like that is really nice to have. So that was a suggestion, that came from one of the users. So that worked out really well. But beyond that, we're hoping to double what we're doing right now next year as far as the size of the farm goes. That's really going to be the goal because we're going to have plenty of space. I mean, we can get like 170 racks into that building. So we'll have more than enough room. So I would love to see us be around, 60 to 75 racks by the end of this year coming up. But my big push is going to be farm flow for sure. I really want to get people into using that. And a lot of that's going to be on me. There's some adjustments I want to make to where I will feel really good about it. So it'll be a little bit faster to set up, things like that. Don't, trust me, I'm hearing everything you guys are saying. It's just a matter of at the time. It's me by myself. So, but I'm making the changes that I think make the most sense and will help out the most amount of people. So it's been a lot of work, but it's going to continue to be a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun. It gives me something to do outside of just farming, which I really enjoy programming. So it's definitely been a fun challenge. That's definitely going to be a big push for us. I'm hoping by the end of the year, and I think it's going to be an easy goal to hit. I think we'll honestly hit this goal by probably the end of the first quarter, but I want to have 1,000 active users in farm flow. That would be huge. It would put us in a great position to where I could potentially hire somebody to help out, stuff like that, which would be awesome. So that's the goal. So yeah, I mean, if you're if you're in Farm Flow already, get your referral link set up, get it out there. I mean, post it out. It's easy money. You can make $20 for every person you refer. Once they get through their 30-day trial and they pay for the first time, you get $20 sent to you. It's you make more than I will in the first month, crazily enough. So, so get out there, use that referral link, just help push it as best you can. And it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, I haven't even tried to push that referral links yet. I will, for sure. Probably be tagged in all our stuff and everything else. So we'll definitely do that in the future more. Just trying to make sure, like Andy is, like not making a huge push for it yet. Just want to kind of make sure there's some bugs worked out. The worst thing is getting people. You get a whole bunch of people in there and it's not 100% ready. It's ready. It's working great for us. I'm not saying it's not ready. It is, but we're the level you want it to be at, and then push it out and make sure people are staying with it because it's a great program. And I don't understand how people run a business without using a spreadsheet or using a program like this, which is way better. And how they run their business without it. I know there's a huge grower who doesn't think there needs to be any software, but I just don't understand how you keep your life organized and make sure you don't forget stuff without it.
I don't either. We've gotten so used to it. It's a godsend.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I'm just trying to get something open over here for a moment. I'm going to share some things. Jess, do we have 10 likes yet? I know we have 12 people watching right now, so hopefully we have. In the meantime, I will answer Jennifer's question. We just hit 10. Thank you guys for watching and everything else. We're going to kind of get more into where we're going to introduce some more stuff about our membership here in a second. We appreciate you guys all being here live. Answer Jennifer's question. We'll do a giveaway here. And then we're going to talk about our new YouTube membership stuff, as Mike just gave one away. But we got some exciting stuff for our YouTube membership. This is for our YouTube, and we're going to be making things more accessible to you guys. And so we'll get into that in a minute. But Jennifer, did you start flowers from seed or did you buy plugs? We started from seed, 100% from seed. We do them we make the little plugs, so what is that called? Soil plugs, soil press, making them soil blocks. And then we seed them in them. Once they get big enough, we transfer them into the pots and let them finish growing at that point. But so we start them like that. So definitely recommend from seed when it's going to be a lot cheaper for you. Make a lot more money. Loving the flowers. It's nice seeing flowers and all that color in here all the time and everything else. So and everybody we've sampled flowers to have bought the flowers. So hopefully that continues. And we asked we first delivery was this week to the one restaurant, and the restaurant we delivered more product to. Asked her how the flowers are holding up. She goes, "They're freaking amazing. I've never seen flowers hold up that great." Well, because we cut them 2 hours before we delivered them to you, not 2 weeks.
That does make a big difference.
So
it's something we might get into this year too. Maybe we'll see.
You have the space. Hey, setting up the flood and drain table for them that you have seen makes a world of difference. You ain't got to worry about water and that and everything else, and it's adding the nutrients and everything else. So without that, it'd be a headache.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, thank you, Detroit Mike. Appreciate that.
They did look awesome. I saw the picture you posted the other day. They were beautiful.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ones in there. So we're going to probably not do the bachelor buttons just because they're growing like way too tall. They're surpassing the lights. So them ones will probably take off the list. But other than that, the rest of them are beautiful. So I'm going to keep them.
All right.
All right. Let's do a giveaway. Okay. Jess, what are we going to? I gave her a list of some things we're going to give away. I'm going to leave it up to her what she wants to decide to do a giveaway. I appreciate you guys all spending your time here on New Year's Eve. Plenty of time to go celebrate after we get off of here. So we'll probably ring in the new year around 10 o'clock and go to bed, to be honest with you. Usually what we do, we watch like one early broadcast or whatever, and then we go to bed. So
let's do a month of live Zoom group calls. So that'll be once a week for a month straight in our live Zoom calls.
Awesome. And that is a value of some kind of like $25. That's a $25 value in our new YouTube membership.
We'll go over.
Well, we'll be talking about it in a minute. All right. So if you haven't yet, put in hashtag Thumbcast. And here in a few seconds, we will do spinning the wheel of names, or it's It's not really a will, but if your name pops up, that's what you're going to win. And then you can just email me, mike@mikegreenbusinesscoaching.com, and you'll win that. So if you guys can find some more people on here, I was going to do a huge giveaway at 30 likes, but it doesn't look like we will reach that. There's still a chance. Still a chance. So, all right, got 11 entries. Hopefully we have 11 likes now, since we have 11 entries. But or more. As soon as we get more and more likes, we'll give away more and more stuff. So Andy will have some stuff to give away too. If on the next one, if you guys reach 20, we'll do a giveaway for one of Andy's stuff. So that'd be the next giveaway. So,
All right.
And I think that's either going to be a farm flow thing or a one-on-one with Andy. So, all right, let's spin it. Good luck to everybody.
Yep. Good luck.
Who's going to win, Andy? Real fast.
Matt Nino.
Just seen your name go by, but could come back around. Oh, almost.
Detroit Mike.
That's your give back for giving away the membership there.
Yep.
See what happens when you do good things.
That's it, man. Karma came back around immediately. That's awesome.
We appreciate that. Congratulations, Detroit Mike. So yeah, just email me, mike@mikegreenbusinesscoaching.com. Jess will put that email in the chat, and we'll get you over there and give you the links for that weekly Q&A that happens every week. I'm not sure what day it's going to be on yet. I'm changing it from Tuesdays. So it's either going to be Wednesday or Thursdays. So just because Tuesday is a hard, we harvest all day on Monday, then we deliver early, get up at 4 a.m. on deliver on Tuesday, then we got to be back up at 4 a.m. on Wednesday to deliver. So Tuesday at 7 o'clock has been a little challenging and very tired on Wednesday morning. So I'm going to change that up. Yeah. All right. So make sure you give that likes out there. We get up to 20 likes, so we'll give away something from Andy. So get out there and give them likes, get more people over here. So right now I want to talk about our YouTube membership and what we're going to be doing with that. So let me bring that up all the way. Jess, can you make that larger for me, please?
Gotcha.
All right. So YouTube membership. If you guys don't know, Detroit Mike just gave one away. He's been a member for a little bit. These are our current levels of our YouTube membership. So current level is germination, which this is one thing that Mike gave away. It's $2.99. That is member-only live chats that we do at least once a month, and priority replying comments. So if you make any comments on any of our videos, obviously you're going to be one of the first ones we reply back to. You have priority of comments coming up on the podcast as well when we do that. So that's what you get for that $2.99 level. And then at $5.99 is our growing level. The perks for previous level, obviously, you always get the previous level if you're up a level. So you get the previous level. You get early access to new videos, which I just posted 6 videos that if you're at this level or higher, you're going to have access to right now. They're podcast clips that they go out this week. So there's 6 new videos that came out today for members. Member shout outs, which we do on the podcast here all the time. So they're always on, your name's always rolling on this. And then members only live streams. So these are live streams that are only this level and up that we're going to do members only live streams as well. So that's what you get for $5.99. For $9.99 harvest level, you get all the previous levels, plus you get a Discord chat, which that way you can message me all the time. I have people message me all the time on that Discord chat and ask me questions throughout the week, all the time. So that's a direct access you can get to me, or Jess, directly in that Discord chat. So that's for $9.99. So new levels. Just to let you guys, these are the new levels. We are transitioning and ending our course off of the separate program, and we're moving our course and all our stuff that we do onto YouTube. 1, to make it more accessible to people. 2, to make it cheaper and bring it to you guys, because we want to help more and more people in 2024. My goal is to help as many people as possible, but at least 30 new businesses growing and flourishing in the new year. That is our goal. So cultivating is $14.99. Thriving is $24.99. Mastery is $49.99. these levels on our course, these are all things from our course. These levels on our course were $19.99, $45, $47 for Thriving, and Mastery was $97. So dramatic decrease in prices to get you guys more and more help. So what are these levels that contain? Cultivating. Obviously, perks from the previous level. You get the monthly live Q&A session at this. So once a month, you go live on Q&A just for this Cultivating and Up memberships, and exclusive member-only videos. This will be all of our course videos. Everything that's on our course will be in here, and that'll be for Cultivating members and up. You'll get all the course information. For $14.99, you're going to get a complete course of microgreens videos. Obviously, Thriving now, you get all the previous levels, plus you get a live weekly Zoom Q&A, which is what we just gave away. Weekly live Zoom Q&A. These are usually 5 to 10 people right now on them, so very small groups on there. So you get a lot of detailed information. You can really go in depth in your business and help you out. Mastery level. So obviously the perks from the previous level, all the levels. So you get everything. Plus you get access to exclusive resources and downloads. So these are all of our stuff that we use in our business. So fresh sheets, pricing sheets, and more. There's probably 10 downloads on that, resources. And then one-on-one coaching session each month. So for $49.99, you get a one-on-one coaching session with me as part of the price. So that's probably the cheapest you could find anywhere for a one-on-one, plus everything else. So that's our new levels. Hopefully you guys can check them out. We appreciate all the members we currently have. And so, yeah, if you want to check them out, let me know or just sign up and we'll get it there. They are live on YouTube now. The videos will be put up and everything for them this week. So going into the new year, that's our goal for everybody. So, all right. I think that's all that we had for the podcast today. So we will get into the live Q&A session for everybody who's here live. Thank you guys all for joining, and we will see you in the next one. All right.
Well, I'll run a Q&A thing.
There's a little Q&A thing. There we go. All right. So we'll get into the live Q&A. If you guys got any questions or anything else, bring them up. And if you want to come on live right now, we'll do this as a benefit for anybody who wants to come on live right now. We will drop you a link. Jess will get you a link in the chat, and you can come on live and have a conversation with me and Andy. Basically have a Q&A session with just me and Andy, a consulting session with both me and Andy. So if anybody wants to do that, let us know. And if you don't want to have your camera on, just make sure you have a mic to be able to talk into or something. We understand that as well.
We don't bite.
Yes.
Nice.
Just got a message for some greens.
See?
That's awesome.
You give somebody a membership, you win prizes, and you get an order like right after that.
It's amazing what happens, right?
That's awesome.
When you're good and you do stuff, things come back to you. That's for sure.
Yep, that's it.
And we do appreciate Andy coming on the podcast tonight, being under the weather and everything else. I thought I was going to be flying solo, but, I do appreciate Andy being here. So I wanted to say that, Andy. Thank you for still showing up.
No problem. I'm sorry you guys have to listen to me like this, but the only other option I have is to talk in my radio voice.
Radio voice.
Really well, but it hurts.
Detroit Mike's at it again. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, man.
Awesome. That real quick. Sorry. Take that. Great. Thank you.
Music Jewel.
Yeah. Music Jewel. Welcome to the channel. Do you want to bring that other one back up, Jess?
Yeah, I gotcha. So Josh says, connecting to customers is just us providing a consistent experience. Of course, I'd love to relate and talk, but normally they are super busy. Yeah.
You have to work. Yeah. Especially that when you go into restaurants, if you're certain times they're super busy, and don't bother them if they are. You will kill a relationship if you do that.
Yeah.
This first quarter coming up is going to be booming for the industry. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. Yes.
Couldn't agree more.
Yep. 100%. More people learning about them every day. And it's because of people like you that are out there talking to people, educating people, giving them samples. We're all doing this together. So that's the whole goal, is get this whole industry lifted up to where it's a nationally recognized thing.
Jennifer had a good comment earlier.
Yes.
I sell mostly to co-ops. I always bring samples and ordered some swag for my buyers this year. Beanies and t-shirts with my logo, and they liked it.
Nice.
So offering swag for the buyers.
Nice. That's a good extra thing. Like it.
Yeah, that is cool.
Mark says it's always a good night in the Motor City.
Not if you're a Pistons fan.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't win a game. But if you're a Lions fan, congratulations.
Yeah, it's a great year for the Lions.
Brand new Lions.
Brand new Lions.
All right. Jennifer says she's still having poor performance from sunflower shoots.
Mm.
How's everyone else doing?
Well, my Greener Harvest tiny seeds are great. I have zero issues with them. I recommend checking them out. I don't know where you're getting yours from, but I did have poor performance towards the end of using True Leafs. I still have some as backups in case, I'm running low or something. But definitely got to do a 30% more yield, 30% less yield on them. So, Andy, you have any issues?
No, I've never used True Leafs sunflower, believe it or not. I've only ever used mums. And I'm still burning through the last 80 pounds of seed that I have from them. So, but once I get rid of that, then I'll be switching over to Greener Harvest. But I can tell you the seeds from mums have been amazing too. And I'm pretty sure there's a certain person out there that resells sunflower seed, and it's the exact same thing you're getting from mums. So you can get it cheaper from them, just FYI.
Yeah. And maybe somebody in some kind of support group. So
yeah. One of those support groups that's out there.
One of them.
Isaac says he's just had his best sunflower harvest ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're averaging about 32 to 36 ounces per tray right now. It's crazy high.
We got a sample pack from Josh at Greener Harvest on his organic sunflower seeds, and they grow pretty good. There were some reports of some things bad on them. Josh, just to let you know, I know you're on here. Don't think we had any issues. Jess, do you remember what the yield was on them?
Yield was a little bit lower than the tiny seeded, but we didn't soak them. I wanted to treat them like our tiny seeded. Yeah. So I think as a soaked product, if we followed standard procedures, I think they would go really, really well. I just wanted to do an apples to apples test. Yeah. I think we only got 20 ounces out of them, but that was a no soak with the small seeded. So definitely something to look into. I think we're going to try to do soaking on them next week to see what our yield is.
Yep. What? The Pistons won last night? Just
yeah.
In the chat.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
They broke their 28 game losing streak.
Who did they beat? Did they arrest everybody? What?
Yeah, the team didn't show up.
And Detroit did get robbed. The Lions did get robbed last night. I was listening to that game. I'm like, yeah, I agree. Sports talk here on the Mike Green podcast.
All right. See, I know I saw another question.
What other questions you got?
Detroit Mike says, I gave samples to an old timer chiropractor and I was shocked he did not know of them. Wow. Usually chiropractors are.
My chiropractor, when I was going to them, we brought them samples. They didn't know about them. They were asking questions what they were and everything else. So yeah, it's amazing how many people do not know migraines, and more people are learning about them. As like Josh said, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. As long as we keep doing things right, and you keep doing things right and get the right coaching, this industry is going to blow up even more. We're going to be amazed how big this is going to be.
For sure.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
Yes. Matt Nino says, I just got a local school district to sign on. Awesome. Now the logistical problems begin. Started to look for drivers/employee today. Ooh. Wish me luck.
Oh, man. Good luck, Matt. Matt's a good dude. I've messaged him privately many times.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have.
All right.
Congratulations on that, Matt. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a tough thing to land, and you're really good at it. I don't know how you pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, farm school stuff is, that's difficult.
Man Plants. Welcome to the channel. I don't
Nice.
think we've gotten to talk to you before. I just got set up to start growing and planted my first tray on Christmas Eve.
Nice.
I'm retiring in 5 years and considering doing this as a business. If you were in my position, how would you proceed?
You might want to slow down, because if you're going to retire in 5 years, you may find you're going to outgrow your current income in 5 years.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that may be a long
Yeah.
term process. Yeah. Now, do you have to retire in 5 years, or if this is growing well, will you retire early? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because if you want to grow this business and you really are going to go after it and you just retire early, or do you have to wait for 5 years because of retirement plans or to get you fully invested, all of that? If you're doing that, then I would just kindly slowly grow.
Yeah.
Don't go after big clients. Don't go after big grocery stores that have multiple ones that might want you in it. Work with mom and pops, work with home deliveries,
Farmers markets,
stuff like that you can grow at your own pace. Because you get in a big grocery store and they have 50 locations near you, and they're like, hey, your product's going well, we want you in all 50. It's going to be hard to say no. If that happens, I would say, if you've got the means and you've got the ability to have a location offsite and you can hire people to run it and you can still work your job, you can kind of just be working it on the side that way. But yeah, that I would go slow. Go slow.
Yeah.
He says he has to put in 5 years. Side note, Detroit Mike says he's 54 and charging at it like a bull.
There you go.
Nice.
Awesome.
Love it. Isaac is
That's
going
good
to
to hear.
venture into sorrel. Do you treat them more like flowers? Yes, they take forever.
Yeah.
Any
they are
advice is
slow.
welcome.
Plant them. Doesn't take much seeds. I think seed is
2 grams?
2 grams.
Yeah.
Um,
Very small amount.
and then you just set them on the shelf and water them occasionally. And then
Wait.
2 months later, they'll be ready to harvest.
Yeah. And they are cut and come again. So you can
Yes.
cut them once, they will grow back, cut them again, they'll grow back.
Here's a good one.
You can do that for a
I
while.
have a sorrel that just celebrated a birthday.
Yep. 1 year anniversary.
Exactly.
We've had it for a year. It's got really big leaves, but yeah, we just still kind of let him live on the shelf. He moved into the new place with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, wow, we've been growing. It was in November. I was like, wow, this thing is a year old. Just feed him occasionally.
Yeah. So you can harvest off that for a long, long
Yeah.
time.
Not necessarily suggesting to do that, but like it just kind of lives there.
Yeah, the seed is very expensive. So once you get your first tray grown, hand out samples, get them sold.
Yeah.
Because growing them, if you can sell them, you'll make plenty of money back off of it. But the seed is very expensive.
Yeah, but they are definitely more in the flower realm than they are in the
Yeah.
microgreen realm, I would say, for sure.
Yep.
Matt Nino
Yeah,
says,
and
I go to, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's something you don't want to sell by weight. FYI. You're going to sell it by the leaf. Usually everybody's around 30 cents, 50 cents, somewhere in that range per leaf. You definitely don't want to do weight, because you'll be like
You'll be broke.
3 trays to fill a quarter pound. It's insane. It's super light. So,
You'll be taking a grocery bag to them, big trash bag to them for any kind of weight.
Yep. Yeah, just do it by volume. They'll understand, because that's what they're paying now for the most
Yep.
part if they are getting them.
Yep.
Matt Nino says, I go to weekly business mentoring and get great advice from business leaders. Told stay to make my business thrive, basically to help me navigate correctly through the immense business jungle. Yes.
Always need a coach. I have a coach. I have mentors they can get a hold of still on stuff. I know Andy does as well. You always, the best picture, is, you can't see my hand, but you're reaching up to the next person that's above you, learning from them, and you're dragging the people down from behind you and bringing them up. And that's where we're at in our businesses. That's why we do this, because we got brought up by somebody. So we want to bring people up as well.
Yep.
So that's what we do.
Yeah, and obviously, ideally, you have a mentor that also does microgreens, but they don't have to. I mean, if it's just a really good, solid business owner that and you can reach out to with questions and just suggestions, it's really good to have a networking group. We do the same thing every Wednesday. We go to a networking group here in our county, and meet with a bunch of very successful business owners. So it's worth it, because you get a lot of really good ideas from them.
Sorry, I just laughed at this one while you were talking.
Oh,
Hey, typing's hard sometimes.
yeah.
You're all good. Trust me. I type things wrong all the time, and that's why I use Grammarly. So
Yeah, he has an app for that.
Mario, you got 4 minutes till New Year's, man.
yes.
Yes.
You got any celebration stuff, Jess?
You
Maybe.
may not still be on here.
Right. He
You
might
may
be
not.
in bed.
We are glad to be back as well. Atypical Botanicals. We are definitely glad to be back. I knew this one would probably be less people as well, but we didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. So that's the reason why we're on today with New Year's Eve even. But we definitely, Christmas Eve was definitely a good time to just take away and let everybody reset and enjoy their family times and stuff. Because I know Andy had things going on with family on Christmas Eve. So
Yep.
it would have been difficult to do that. So.
And before we went live tonight, we were both talking, Mike and I were talking about how weird it was to not have it last weekend.
Yeah, it was very weird. Hey, how many likes we got, Jess? We got 20 likes yet? We got to give away something for Andy?
15.
15?
We're slacking
Come
today.
on. How many people are on?
15.
All right. At least everybody liked it.
And yep. Theoretically, some people may have jumped off and came back on. And
Yeah.
so make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet, guys. At 20 likes, we're going to do another giveaway. We don't have much longer, so.
Atypical Botanical says we had a chef ask about marrow. This is not a microgreen, correct? Look to see if it is one. He asked about it after I mentioned we have bull's blood, and Anthony added yarrow. So maybe he did mean yarrow.
Yarrow, what is? But I don't know what
Never
yarrow
heard of
is.
either one of them.
I'm not sure what they are either.
Yarrow is a grain, I think. It's like, what is it? It's you can find it in bird seed sometimes. It's a flower usually.
It says yarrow microgreen seed.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's from the UE though, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
They said they grow it for its microgreen.
Yeah, I think it's like similar to like a green amaranth.
I don't know what it turns into. It just
It's
shows
a
the
flower.
seed. So
It does say it's toxic for dogs, cats, and horses. If you have
Oh.
dogs or cats, you may not want to do it.
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Never heard of it.
It's a flower. That's why it sounded familiar. It's a flower. I don't know if it's an edible flower at this point, but
Yeah, I'm looking at True Leaf now. Yeah.
I'm looking
One
at
thing just to keep in mind, outside of all this is don't let chefs determine what you grow.
Yes.
Because it's ultimately your decision as to what you want to do. So if they ask you for something, you don't have it, and you don't want to grow it, then just flat out tell them, hey, it's not something I do. Maybe I can find somebody that does, or whatever. But yeah, don't let them drive your business. You drive your own business, and you bring to them what you feel like bringing to them.
And don't sell something you never grown before. Don't tell them you can do it if you can't. Say you'll look into it, and then go research it and see if it's something you want to grow. Go grow a tray, make sure you can grow it. Then come back to them, say, yeah, I can do that. But don't say yes, and then you find out that it's yarrow and it's poisonous and you have a cat and you don't want to be around it. Then you're going to look bad to the chef rather than saying, I'll look into it. Don't ever grow anything just because a chef wants you to. Because sometimes they'll say, hey, grow this. I want to buy it. And by the time you grow it and come back in, they'll be like, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, that's the worst. Luckily, I haven't had that happen because I've been staying in that same mentality.
Yep.
I'm going to bring you what I want to grow, not what you want me to grow.
Exactly.
So that's funny. We thought maybe he was confused when we said bull's blood, and he thought literally because yarrow stops bleeding because it's a medicinal plant.
Okay. Maybe it's a confusion. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Maybe they cut themselves a lot in that restaurant. They just needed to stop bleeding.
Yeah. Maybe they're hoping that yarrow microgreens would be like a good solution.
I think we are at 20 likes.
Oh, are we? Oh.
Nice.
On my look here, I think we got 20 likes. So
I'm only showing 19, so you got better than me.
all right. So what we want to do is a hashtag, Jess. Hashtag what?
Let's do hashtag farm flow.
There.
Yes.
Oh.
Hashtag farm flow, guys. Start putting that in there. We'll give you a little bit. We're going to do a giveaway. Andy, what do you want to do on farm flow giveaway? 3, 6?
I'll tell you what we'll do is a 6-month subscription
Nice.
or a 1-hour consultation with me. You get to
Okay.
choose what you want.
Nice.
Yep.
Them are both great prizes. It's an amazing giveaway. 6 months of Farm Flow app to run your business for you for 6 months for free. That's what, $120 value,
Yeah.
roughly.
About that, yeah.
A one-on-one's basically that same value for it. So that's a great value that Andy's going to give away. So hashtag Farm Flow. I see you guys putting that all in there. Make sure you put that in there. And that's a great giveaway.
I'm feeling generous because of Detroit Mike. Passing it on.
Passing on the awesome stuff. So that's awesome.
Hey, watch, I'll get a text from our chef like while we're on this call saying, hey, I need $200 extra this week.
Let's hope so.
That'd be a great problem.
For sure. Man Plant says, have you guys tried the pink or pinkish white Barina lights? Yes.
We use the pinkish lights for our flowers, the T5 pinkish for all our flowers. We're getting ready to test them on peas and sunflowers, using 2 of them, pinkish ones, and see if we get same growth, better growth. But, we're always testing things here. And seeing how well they work with that. So yeah, we definitely use them. They're great for the flowers. Andy, I think you use them, right?
We don't have any of the pinkish yet. And it's mainly because we have so many of the regular white ones we've had forever.
Yeah.
But if you go on YouTube, look up N-bar-S, N as in Nancy, bar S, microgreens 1. Joe Naaman Sessions, who's
don't
on.
Need the one anymore.
Group. Oh, don't need it anymore?
Don't need the one anymore.
Okay, so N-bar-S microgreens on YouTube. He did a really good video about all the different types of lighting, and he actually gets in depth on the benefits of the pinkish lights. You don't need the pink lights for microgreens. You flat out do not.
No.
They add more stuff in than what you actually need at the microgreen stage. But the pinkish, he saw a lot more reds and purples in the red and purple microgreens. So that's a big benefit to those. I plan on switching to those over the long run. To grow things like red acre cabbage, purple kohlrabi, rainbow radish, things like that, just to get more color out of them. But it's not something we're going to be doing anytime soon, just because I literally have hundreds and hundreds of these lights just sitting around waiting to be used. That's the only reason. But yeah, that's our plan, is to switch to the pinkish white lights over time.
Yeah. And you don't need blurple. Blurple definitely is not something you want to deal with day in and day out, just for your vision also.
Yeah. That's the other problem.
Yeah. It's not fun.
And they're not needed. And it's just not needed. It's overkill for the microgreens. So.
That's not what you're growing with microgreens.
Yeah.
If you need them, you're growing something else that is more medicinal. Whether it's legal in your state or not, it is here. But
yeah, it is here too.
Yeah. All right.
You're welcome, Man Plants.
Any other questions, guys? I think that's every question. Okay. So do we want to do our farm flow drawing? Let's see. We've got 12 entries.
12 entries.
Nice.
17 people watching. 12 entries to win a farm flow for 6 months or consulting for a one-on-one.
It's a no-brainer. Come on. Yeah. Free stuff. It's good stuff.
There's 17 of you on here, so.
Yeah. A typical botanical says, winter is annoying me lately.
Always.
Oh, yes. Plants are taking much longer to grow. We have added 2 small space heaters in our space just to get the sunflower to sprout like it was in the summer and fall. Yes.
Yeah. Remember, if you guys didn't watch and I know there were some audio issues on this, but the podcast with Chris Thorough on it, he talked about the temperature and the fact that everything grew better at 77, 78 degrees rather than 72. So if you go below 72, 74, you're definitely going to have a much slower growth. So plan on that, know that, have the space for it, hopefully, because you're going to probably take 2 weeks to grow a crop instead of a week to grow crops. So you definitely need heat to grow this stuff.
Yeah. And then the other side of it is winter air is drier. So your humidity actually might drop below where you would want it. So your seeds are more prone to drying out. So keep that in mind if you're not growing a ton. Our first year in business, we were like hitting 15% humidity in the grow room and had to actually get a humidifier.
Yeah.
I mean, the solution is just grow more plants, but we weren't there yet.
Yeah, but it could be the opposite way, so depending on your environment, how dry it is, for sure. If you're down south, you're in Central America, you're probably going to need humidity.
Yeah. We got a quick question from Isaac. Could you recommend a few starter flowers to grow for restaurants?
Jess, I will let that flow to you because she's the one that mainly does the flowers.
So I do suggest doing violas and pansies. Those are going to be those little brightly colored ones that you saw in the pictures. The only difference between a viola and a pansy is the direction that their leaves, their petals grow in. You can find some really great ones from True Leaf Market, but there's a lot of companies that sell heirloom ones, get some interesting varieties. I can show you what I'm talking about on a link real quick. And I'll shoot you a link of violas and pansies over on True Leaf Market in the chat. And they're really a great starter. They're a compact flower, so they don't grow really tall. Bachelor's buttons are really beautiful and fun, but this variety is
6
like
feet tall.
really tall. Well, they're past 4 feet.
Yeah. They're about 6 feet.
Yeah, they're huge. We did not have that in our test runs.
Yeah.
It's funny. We ran these in a test run hydroponically, and they got about 2 feet tall. And I was like, oh, that'll be fine in this system. But apparently we have fertilized them way too well, and they're giants now.
Yeah.
The marigolds,
For
French
sure.
bicolor marigolds are what we're running with those right now. And they're really deep red with a yellow trim. Really great for fall and winter menus. If you're looking more towards spring by the time you get your flowers done, which you would be, I would suggest more of the violas and pansies because they are going to be a little bit more fun and spring-like for colors. Chefs are always looking at color.
Yeah, just think about what a chef is going to want. Creep on their menu if they've ever used it in the past, if that's one you're targeting, and kind of go back in the spring because that's about when you'd be able to get flowers done at this point, and see what they were running in previous times. Or ask them, what do you want? What are you looking for? If I grow flowers, don't say you're going to, say if I grow flowers, or if you were going to buy flowers, what would you be looking for? And let them lead you. But yeah, that's our recommendation for sure.
For sure. Can you grow flowers on racks like microgreens, or do they get too big? We have not started flowers yet. Also, what is the turn on flowers? So you can start them on a rack.
No, you can grow them on a rack. If you check out Joe's channel in S-Bar Microgreens, he grows his on racks. Now, he gives more space, obviously, but he uses the same racks as you do microgreens. So you just got to get more space. So you may have 3 shelves that you can grow on flowers versus, 6 for microgreens. But it definitely can be done.
And then the turnaround on flowers, you're looking at least 60 to 90 days at least.
Minimum.
I think most of even like the marigolds were our first blooms, and they were closer to like 65, 70 days, at least 90 days on the violas for the most part. And that's with nutrition and light and everything. And
recommendation is once you start getting the full flowering, now you're not the first flower, but the plant is full flowered, start seeding another one. Because it's going to be, you can cut for a little bit longer, for probably another 60, 90 days, but then it's going to be dead and you're going to want to get another one ready to flower before that one's dead. So you continue selling it. Yeah. So succession planting is critical with flowers. Just like microgreens. Yes. It's just a longer process, but yeah. The nutrients for flowers, we're using AgroThrive. AgroThrive, yes. I can throw that in there. And she'll throw a link up for that. But AgroThrive, and we do have an affiliate link if you want to click on that. We appreciate it. Doesn't cost you any extra, but it's been great, great for us. It's growing really, really well. So love AgroThrive. Yeah, they're really great. And I found the link even. Wow, look at me go. Look at you go. Boom. There's the link for you. Let's see how many entries we've got. I think we probably stabilized at this point. So let's throw you guys do the Andy giveaway. Calling it the Andy giveaway. So it's either a farm flow for 6 months or a one-on-one with Andy, whichever one you find more valuable.
It's a 1 hour one-on-one.
Yes, 1 hour.
All right. So we have 13 entries.
18 people watching. 13 entries.
Not everybody wants to win.
Not everybody wants farm flow.
They should.
They should. I mean, even if you already have farm flow, you can choose the one on with Andy instead.
Yeah. Or you can get 6 more months for free.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you
All
guys
right.
ready to draw?
Let's do it.
Looks
Andy,
like
you ready?
Who's our winner,
Yep.
Andy? Who do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even look.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me pick. Since
Oh.
it's Andy's giveaway, I'm going to
Shame.
pick. I'm going to go with Kim Roush.
Roche. Okay.
Hopefully I didn't say that
Roush.
wrong, Kim. I do apologize. But I'm picking you as the winner. So that's my winner pick right there.
Let's see if you're
There
right.
she is.
Good luck to everybody. And
Yep, good luck, guys.
I don't think it's going to get back to her. Oh, almost.
Oh, it was close.
Brooke
All
Johnson.
right, Brooke Johnson.
Johnson.
Haven't seen you here before, Brooke. If you have been here before,
welcome.
welcome back. But welcome if you haven't. So congratulations to Brooke.
Andy, you want to put your contact information in there so you can reach
Yep.
out to Andy to redeem your prize as you choose.
Yep, Brooke. So just send me an email. I just put my email address in the comments. Just shoot me an email, andy@freshsourcefarms.com. Just let me know that you won tonight and let me know what you'd like. Congratulations.
That's your
Oh,
daughter?
that's Detroit. No way.
That's awesome.
You picked him as the winner earlier. Your daughter
It's a
wins
No way.
great night in the D.
That's
How's that
crazy.
happen?
That's awesome.
Oh,
Congratulations
man.
to the family over there. That's funny.
Yeah, I'd say
Good
so.
night.
That's awesome. See? Karma, man. I'm telling you. Congratulations, Brooke. Let me know what you'd like. Just shoot me an email, or you can even comment. Just tell me which of the two you'd like, and we'll work it out.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
It's crazy that it works out that way sometimes. Way the world works sometimes.
Awesome.
And he's
Oh,
going to
you
go
just
give
get
another membership away. Thanks, Detroit Mike. Appreciate
You're the
that.
man.
Let's see who wins that membership.
Yeah.
Looks like Delvin Robinson.
Devin Robinson.
Devin
Nice.
Robinson. Very
Congratulations
cool.
on winning another free membership from Detroit Mike. And if you
Oh,
want to ever
Devin will be
upgrade
his
these
son.
memberships, you can always upgrade these memberships into the higher things. So don't think that you're locked into that membership. You can always upgrade.
Yes. Detroit Mike did ask a question. Where do our seeds come from? So ours actually come from a company out of Missouri, Mansfield, Missouri. They're called Baker's Creek, and they do a lot of heirlooms and specialty flowers. So I will throw in that. It's called rareseeds.com. Really great folks over there. It's a smaller company. They actually have like a farm store for their seeds company, and they have like a little restaurant from all the plants that they grow from their own seeds. Really cool place.
Nice.
So we do like to support smaller companies like that as much as we can. So I try to get most of my flowers. I can't look at that catalog alone.
Do not accept the invitation to get the catalog because you will buy a lot of stuff from them. They send out like the purple catalog of the year, and then
There's like a red catalog, and there's just so many pretty things. It's not good. I should not be left alone with chicken catalogs and seed catalogs. Those are two things that he hides from me.
I get the mail.
The chicken catalog came out last week. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
No more
so
chickens.
Cute. So, but definitely hop on like rareseeds.com.
Yeah.
Really awesome folks. They've got a hilarious Instagram too. They do some funny videos. All right. Any other questions tonight, guys? We are at 5:15 Central, so Andy's at 6:15. It's already the new year. We like went straight on into the new year for
Mario, at least.
Mario. I haven't seen him for a while. I think he went to celebrate.
I think he probably.
Yeah, he probably did.
Oh, no, you're gonna pull it up.
There's
you go.
the rare seeds.
Type in edible flowers, and I think it'll actually give you a list of all the edible flowers.
Well, maybe it's not letting me type.
Hence the fact that he doesn't like to spell.
They have them on it? Is there a whole category of them?
Nope, it's not a category, but if you type in edible flowers, it does. But you can type in like violas and stuff like that. And they have buzz buttons on there, which is on my next list of things to do. Buzz buttons are also called a toothache plant. A lot of bars will put it in their drinks because it actually like zaps your mouth when you bite them. Yeah, they're called buzz buttons, but they are known as the toothache plant. So if you have a toothache, you're supposed to bite down on it and it numbs your mouth. See?
Interesting.
Fun things. if they have them in stock. Oh, they don't have them in
see 'em, no.
stock. Dang. See, they're on my list of things that are supposed to be coming out in early 2024 with them because I'm on the list for that, which is probably not a good thing either.
And I believe all of their stuff is heirloom as well.
Yeah.
So
They do not sell GMOs or hybrids. It's all the good stuff.
Nice.
Yes. You should see the amount of tomato varieties they sell. It's insane.
yeah, no,
Yeah, no. See those
There's-
pansies? I have some of those.
we have some of these. Yeah. Some of them.
I have some of those, and I have some of those, and I have some of those.
Those.
Yep.
Yep.
If they're on there, they're
Those.
probably in my
Yep.
flowers.
Yeah. So these are, and I think like these are like, you can only get these from them.
Yeah, a lot of them I have never found anywhere else. Like the little tiger stripe guys, I've never seen at any other seed supplier. Same with like the really dark black ones. Those still have not bloomed. Those guys are slow.
All right. Anything else on here? No mailbox protection online?
Yeah, I can go online.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Aware.
I was born to do this. Took too long to figure. Yeah, too
I
long to
agree.
figure that out. We agree. Yes.
I say that all the time, but it's all about timing. You're in the right place at the right time. I always believe that as well. You always are put in the place you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be there. So, yeah. So you're at the right place, Mike. You're at the right place at the right time. So, yep. And be safe if everybody goes out tonight. If you're over the age of 25, I recommend staying home and celebrating with your significant other, and let the amateurs have their night and stay safe at home.
Yeah.
After you hit 25, I don't think it's not a thing anymore, but that's just my opinion. But
Yep. I agree.
Manplant says it seems like all the used medium could be converted into worm castings for another revenue stream. Have you guys considered this?
I actually was looking and researching this while she was doing something the other day, and being able to do it inside. And they do like a 3-tier thing.
Yeah, vertical
it's
worm bin.
vertical farming for worm casting. So, and then being able to sell that worm casting stuff at the market to add an extra revenue stream in. So yeah, I've actually looked into that. Towards 3 boxes and you just build it up like that. So yeah, it's definitely a saved thing that I got that I'm looking at, but it's not today, but
it's a someday. 4 years sober and I'm staying home.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Awesome,
That's awesome.
man. Awesome. That's awesome.
I
love
will
seeing
not
that.
probably have anything to drink tonight. I have a wine bottle that I bought from a vendor that still sits over there that's completely closed and never opens. So, and that's been 4 months ago. So
yeah,
that tells you anything.
Yeah. It's the last day of the market and they're a new vendor. So they needed some extra support.
Yep. And it was $20 for the bottle. It's
Yeah.
very expensive. All right. Warm buckets, also free chicken food. Yep.
Yeah. Chicken food.
We like free chicken food.
Yeah.
The chickens like food. So
The chickens will eat everything except peas. They're spoiled.
all right, Andy, you got anything else you want to add before we jump off here?
No, I mean, obviously, I wish everybody a happy new year. I hope 2024 is huge for you. Obviously, you guys know how to get a hold of us through the many different ways that we offer. So, don't hesitate to ask questions. Obviously, take advantage of coaching, whether it's from Mike or me or somebody else. Just find yourself a good mentor that can help you through the process. It's going to make a big, big difference. It'll save you a ton of time, believe me. Both Mike and I have gone through the process with somebody else as a coach, and neither one of us, I think, would be where we are if we didn't do that. It just helps kind of propel you to that next level. So if you have it in the budget for 2024, make it happen. It'll be worth it.
Very
And
much.
get into Farm Flow.
Yes, get into Farm Flow. Get yourself a good coach or mentor, whoever that is. Grow your business in 2024. I want to see you all succeed and have a great 2024. And we appreciate everything that Troy Mike has done tonight and getting all the
Man, that's
free
awesome.
gifts. We highly appreciate that. And members, make sure you check into the memberships. It's definitely a very good value out there. Best value you're ever going to find in coaching is going to be through our YouTube membership. So again, my goal this year, not only to double our business, but to celebrate 30 people of growing their business by the end of the year as well and being successful and going full time. So, or wherever you want to be at that level. If you've got to retire in 5 years, maybe it's just a nice little side job where you're making $500 a week. until you can retire and do that. So
Yep.
thank you guys all. Happy New Year, and here's to a successful 2024.
Yep,
See you.
absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
We'll
guys.
see you next year.